It, shall we? So, hello everyone. We are gonna be doing another veteran Ironman stream, this time for Germany. So, let us just proceed right into the game and see what we can arrange right away. So, what do we start with? Well, probably freaking Rhineland. It's pretty much what you want to open with, I guess. Other than that, industry stuff in general. And what else do we want to focus, if anything? These it's a bit early for. Getting these in there might be good, but ultimately I think doctrines is the way to go. You go in there. So do pretty much everything that isn't infantry. We're gonna put 24 divisions, if we have 24 divisions, just on the French border. Under Manstein, because he's a fortress buster. There we go, fortify that, and you just under Rommel and look threatening towards Austria. Other than that, we need to arrange this. Well now, fuck tank production, that's not gonna be a huge thing just yet. And we'll arrange it like this and start producing fighters, lots of artillery. We might go. A lot of the enemies we're gonna be fighting early on are gonna, and including the Soviet Union actually, are gonna have a metric fuckton of infantry units. So if we can shred them with overwhelming artillery, that's actually pretty reasonable. Other than that, let's just order up like 10 new military factories. In terms of boats, let's just get rid of these, and then we can see what we can actually get once these are built, eh? Other than that, well, we are gonna want to like quadruple our infantry amounts. Why don't we start by recruiting one fresh army, eh? Just one. That's a good start. Alright. And I know we will want air superiority over our own territory at the very least, so we want at least a full line of fighters at some point, preferably by the start of the war, if at the latest. So this should be enough production to easily cover what we need for producing new armies and actually start building up a pretty hefty surplus of artillery, which is good. Chromium, ugh, gonna be tough. Do we want 2 new battleships? I think we might want 1, and then we want convoys and destroyers for now. Maybe light cruisers, but mostly destroyers. We're gonna need a metric fuckton of escorts anyway, and we're not gonna be able to effectively naval until we have carriers and the capacity to produce carrier planes. So that being the case, I mean, we do need to work towards that, but that isn't such a huge priority, and we're gonna go down the west wall and the industry route first anyway. Then we might take a slight dip into naval rearmament or something. We might want to research level 1 carriers at some point, but even then, it's a lot of research, because you don't need to just research carriers, you need to research a lot of things, right? Just, you know, yay, so... Let's just make sure that's a thing. We could actually hire someone. Well, War Industrial seems a good opener there, because, well, we are producing things and we want to industrialize quicker rather than slower. Okay, support seems good. Mostly the guns giving us problem because our research or our production efficiency sucks. Start on radio there, because that's just has to be a thing, and we probably want radar here to be able to tell when the Allied crap is coming over our territory. What, like level 2, probably 3 radar. Probably 3. With 3 we could get away with like 3 radar stations to cover what we currently hold, more or less. That's decent enough, and then we would use another 2 to cover France and we would be good. And maybe another 1 or 2 to cover the east once we take Poland. We're not gonna share Poland. We are so not sharing any of Poland. Poland is ours. And here... Yep, that's pretty straightforward. That's just gonna take a while. You know what, just start spitting them out over there as quickly as you can, and we'll get to those. Basic machine tools, that's a good start. Can we get advanced? No. Production efficiency. As opposed to factory output. So we get the same max output, honestly, I think. Or thereabouts. We're not really gonna be converting though, are we? Screw it. I like efficiency, and the idea of having efficiency retention as I switch is really nice. So, you know, we'll stick with that. For now. And we will want to actually make sure that we produce enough of these by the time we end up at war with the Allies, because that's just necessary. Give me a blitzkrieg theorist. I want to start building up army experience. Alright. So far so good. Nice and easy. Just a gentle launch. What do we have in terms of naval power? This will be important later. 2 battleships, 3 heavy cruisers, 6 lights and 13 destroyers. Our navy is... Essentially, if we had a couple of carriers, we would have a single piddly carrier group. Which, well, better than nothing, is kind of crap. After this, I think... Well, after this we might already have Austria, actually. No way to know for sure how this will work out. I mean, there is. It's called having actually played the game a lot, but I haven't, so... you know... Since we're gonna be planning on adding at least 2 artillery to our thing, if not more... we're just gonna work on getting our artillery better. We just make relatively godlike things, just 4 artillery, 4 infantry, which would be pretty decent and overwhelming firepower, I expect. And then we could just add like an anti-tank attachment if we had to. That might be good enough. And you are just happily building. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Okay. Yes, I do want radar. That is definitely something I want to get some of before the war starts. Obviously, we're gonna be researching newer shit all the time, but radar is definitely a thing we want. pretty nice amount of artillery we're building up. What if I did this? That would actually put us below. Interesting. Interesting. No, we do want a surplus of those. That's kind of necessary. We can't really ignore that. Okay. Elastic defense. Good. Okay. Before we move on, why don't we get started on those synthetic refineries that we want? That's certainly mildly useful for when things go bad. And here we have, what, like 120 new planes of the proper fighter variety? Yeah, it's not a huge amount. I think so. We're gonna go with artillery, because that adds to all 3 types of artillery. And we'll be pursuing probably 2 of them, so this seems decent. And let's go for army innovation here. I probably want to have support medical next as well, because that will essentially prevent my people from dying as quickly. It reduces how many troops I actually lose, and that is mildly useful. It's up to 3 battleships now. Kind of a crap navy still, even with an extra battleship. That is as it should be. Give me first level of that. What about here? Construction first. I do want 5 factories producing anti-tank for me. Just so I have the option, you know? Just so I have the option. And what about here? Proceeding slowly, but proceeding. Good. So happily militarizing. How about here? Good. Radar is working. Excellent. Excellent. You're not fighting yet, huh? That's new and interesting. And I was about to say, well, let's get tech sharing with the Soviet assholes and see what kind of volunteer crap we can send volunteers. I can send 3. Okay, so essentially all 3 of my tanks. We'll send you because out of supply might be useful, and if you could become a panzer leader, you could become really useful. I'm thinking ahead, of course, to the Soviet fight, which will inevitably happen, obviously. And out of supply might end up mattering there. Quite a bit, in fact. So, you know, having someone on panzers, provided we build a significant panzer presence by then, that has the out of supply thing, could be good, and either way, a general with that is useful in any number of situations, so just leveling him is, you know, mildly of use. Now you, that's still ahead, we're not gonna sweat it yet. Get me improved machine tools, keep that efficiency going up. What about here? Still behind on guns. Okay. You. Yay, so let us begin to screw with the locals, shall we? Apparently attrition is a thing. light tanks. How far we lost 9 light tanks just driving through the mountains. That's disgusting. You'd be ashamed of yourselves. What's wrong with you? I'll try and engage. Let's see if we can actually, you know, do anything here. Get any kind of actual experience. Also the general, let's care less about the actual tanks. I mean, our side is clearly gonna win this war. Because, you know, we're awesome and they're not. Okay, you are on to the last 2 military factories. Okay then.
Zeigt es ihnen!
Okay. Let's just take that, will you? Thank you. Good. Alright then. Okay, I don't have med yet. Because I've been researching industry, because, you know, producing a lot of stuff is gonna matter. But having at least basic medical crap is... well, actually, not necessarily that good. They get really good once you are, you know, actually good at them, but still. Including it so I could, you know, train up the armies that would have it properly in their use would be good. And that way I would at least have an idea as to just how many trucks I'm gonna, you know, need. Okay, yeah, just... let's go nuts. So we've cut that off, that's very nice. How are you on skill? Oh boy, 6%, that's amazing, isn't it? Delete everything, go here. Go nuts. And attack. Just press on. Do all the things. And you know what? If you are gonna have a gap here guarded by 1 Soviet pony, I'm not gonna say no to exploiting it. Come on, get out of there, you... damn it. Well, crap. Yeah, we're gonna end up losing probably a good chunk of our light tank supply. We don't really have that many, and we're gonna have less after this. Now, what do we care about here? You're not gonna be researching the Focke-Wulfs yet. I think the Focke-Wulfs are next. Max speed. On medium tanks that might matter. So let's make sure we have that ready to go for when we're actually researching the tanks, because, you know, that might matter. And let's get the air thing. Oh yay! A stepping stone to the future. And yeah, again, let's prioritize industry. Whatever our personal feelings on the matter, let's personalize industry. We need to remember though to actually probably want to make sure we have the military police attachment for our militias, because we're gonna have a garrison pony setup. Probably. But, you know, hospitals first, and actually... well, I always go hospitals, but actually logistics is probably more valuable if we're planning for a Soviet war. So why don't we look into that and make sure we have that in. Come on. Seriously, they're not dying. They're not bloody dying. He's gaining skill though. There is that. I guess. That's something. I guess. Sure. You don't even have recon? Well, 5. For shame. Well, whatever the case. And this might mildly screw us. But, you know, let's try a setup I haven't really tried before on Germany. And see if we can just shred things with massive artillery. That might be mildly stupid, given that, you know, we are in Germany, but, what do we have in Ponies? Let's do it like this. It's gonna be fine. Might need to add another line of Ponies. Can we actually do Anschluss yet? No, of course not. That would be insane. We don't have the manpower in the field yet. Do we?
Achtung!
That being said, why don't we send you here to this border so we can shell people if they decide to be uppity about, you know, any border violations or the like. Did you actually ship in an extra division here with the port? Wow, lambs to the slaughter. That was dumb. That looks good. I do want meds. I probably want signals. Definitely want the military police for the suppression. And well, you go nuts. You see what kind of damage you can do with what you have there, will you? Okay. We can't reduce imports from. Because imports really aren't gonna be a thing once the war starts. Not for long anyway. That actually put us in the negatives for this. Ouch. Well, we have yay extra. So why don't we get started on the, say, anti-tank, and after that we have more towed artillery ready to go. Like, say, this. Because we will want tanks. Or anti-tank, rather, because, well, Soviets do like to... we do want to have the option of a mailed fist to the face in the form of a Panzer division or two, or half a dozen, or a dozen, or 2 dozen. We're probably not gonna have 2 dozen by the time the war starts, but you know, having a dozen might be doable, even while focusing so heavily on artillery, so maybe, we'll see. Maybe we should have gone for industry sooner than this, but surely we shall be fine. And what about you? He's getting there. I'll just take that, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are gaining experience. I mean, I could just go support anti-tank like this. Piercing goes up through the roof. And we would have 2 slots, so like logistics and med probably, or logistics and signals. I mean, which would I prefer? You lose less experience on units with med. That's the thing, and I really like the idea of that, of keeping my units as experienced as possible, right? But not losing helps with that, and That's what, yeah. Well, actually, what if we were to set it up like this? We would have enough artillery then, we would have anti-tank, and we would have an extra slot. You know what? Ultimately, we're gonna set it up like that. Okay, and apparently that war is now over. Okay, well, that war being over is very nice for us, because that means we don't need to worry about it, and we're just gonna construct a few more factories for the production of warplanes. Just a few more BFs. And yeah, we're definitely gonna want to reduce that. First industry, sure, that's ahead of time. This isn't. So get radar. We want radar 2 as a bare minimum. Here, signals. Excellent. And actually, give me like a minute. Someone's at the door. Okay, I'm back. So, some of these seem to be finished. Oh, let's allow them to be deployed. Maybe we can, you know, like Anschluss or something. Apparently not. Let's get some naval rearmament going then. We'll put the recruitment on higher priority because reinforcing the ones in the field doesn't really get us anything, whereas this lets us, you know, put training on them, you know? Okay. That is good. I think these also give you a civilian factory. I think. But I'm not sure. I'm really not. Okay, that's a logistics company. Good, good, good. We can't get level 2s yet. Okay. Breakdowns and accidents. You know, if we're gonna go Panzer, we need this. We're probably gonna try and focus a lot on our land force in this one, see how good we can make our unstoppable army. And then we're gonna have a few carriers, hopefully enough to punch through the British. Eventually. But America always seems to enter the war before you can smash the British anyway, so I'm not even gonna sweat it. I'm just gonna, you know, like... Yeah, if that's the way it's gonna go, then that's the way it's gonna go. We're just gonna rearrange this to this and give you logistics. There, that should help a fair bit, and it does. Excellent. Schwerpunkt, sure. Definitely behind on support equipment, but that's to be expected. We're gonna need a metric fuck ton of it. Anschluss? No Anschluss. Phooey! Why no Anschluss? Keep more destroyers. Let's spam out a few. They're the patrol ship. They're always the ones getting slaughtered first. It's a thing. And we're gonna start researching our carriers sometime soon, so let's make sure we have that ready for when we do. 38 and still no Anschluss. That's not great. We might be fucking things up slightly, but it's gonna be fine. Surely it's gonna be fine, right? Listen, just in case this goes, so let's just, you know,
Angetreten.
let's just make sure that these are, you know, ready.
Zuhören.
And just,
Achtung.
well, we'll leave these separate. But you,
Angetreten.
all of you, go to the
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Austrian border. Just in case that matters. It doesn't, but just in case it does. And you just, you know, look threatening at Poland. Alrighty. Way behind on anti-tank now. As to be expected. Probably gonna need a little bit more than we currently have there. What about planes? Still nicely behind, so that's not a problem. Start working on this though. We are gonna need more here. Yay, so. And if we are gonna be making tanks at any point, we're gonna need a good supply of oil. A very good supply of oil. Why don't we set it up like good? And I think we have enough artillery for now. We're gonna rearrange our expectations. I mean, put this at the top for now and do it like this. There we go. That should be good. One fighter per day is kind of the absolute minimum of what I'm aiming for here. Need to have at least that much to be, you know, like, worth anything. What about Anschluss now? Yes, Anschluss. The Austrian army we're just gonna cannibalize for parts, essentially. And we're not gonna be keeping any of those units.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Because, well, they're usually weirdly constructed and mildly suck, you know?
Angetreten. Achtung.
Okay, there we go.
Angetreten.
Random generals assigned.
Bereit.
Okay. Let's make sure that that is properly held. Alrighty. That seems goodish. We might not end up not having enough planes, and by that I mean, of course, enough fighters by the time the war starts, but surely we shall be okay. I know I have some air experience, but I'm gonna use that. I'm probably gonna save that to upgrade my next fighter type and leave this one to suck, even though we're gonna start the war with this one, pretty much. And well, let's see how far they let us go with this. Definitely gonna want these, but not sure if just yet. Okay. And definitely will want to exercise our glorious armies at some point, just not sure if just yet. I should have enough to... Well, I should have enough in the field to do most things, but just in case I don't, I'm gonna work on one more army. So behind on anti-tank. But...
Ihre Befehle.
Well, would you look at that? Listen.
Angetreten.
You, with all your crap, I'm actually gonna disband because it's, well, mostly trash anyway. And so's this. There. That should take care of that, and... Yugoslavs or Czechoslovaks? Well, let's see. 7 versus 14, the Czechs. Definitely the Czechs. Make sure that all of this is good to go. Add our better fighters. Keep researching Blitzkrieg. Not yet. Engineers is definitely something we want to keep at our max though, because emplaced positions can go a long ways towards slaughtering people by the boatload, like the Soviets for example. And slaughtering Soviets might become a necessity. It's not entirely out of the question. Not even past importing these basic things yet. And by basic I mean, of course, the stuff we need for fighters. Okay. Fine, Sweden, if you're gonna be a dick, then you are just gonna end up not trading with us at all. Because, well, fuck you. Why? Why aren't we importing more? What the fuck, game? Come on. Work! And ditch imports here and here as well. There we go. Alright. 45 divisions. Actually 50. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It's like they don't like us or something. That hurts. That hurts me in the feels, you know? It really does. And I do probably want the decryption stuff if I can. Alright. Not quite there. Now or later? Later. Do want the artillery now, though. Do want the artillery. Though, actually, did we get a... We did not get a debuff to the cost of researching a carrier, though. Not that we have the necessary capacity to build planes for them anyway, but even so... Oh, right, and the type spam from Austria. Well, I want signals and field hospitals on these. Okay. Let's just make sure that we can diplomatically annex Yugoslavia. We'll see if they confront us over this one. I'm not gonna press for better Panzer early. Okay. Do have that I could go for. Not feeling it, let's go construction instead. And this should be adequate coverage once these are level 3s. Enough to make do. And oh boy are we behind on support. Yeah, more tungsten please, thank you. Oh, and look. Let's up our refinery construction speed, shall we? Let's. Alright. So far so good. Let's spit these out. And then we can make sure that this front is covered by something as well. Just in case things go horribly. It's like 2 divisions on Luxembourg should be plenty. And who shall we give this to? Rommel, congratulations, have fun. Okay, so this is the experienced part of the army. Quote unquote experienced. It still mildly sucks, but you know. We do this. I do want this. Though we're gonna get more production momentarily anyway. We might not actually want to go for more artillery first, but support equipment, because we're gonna run out of that crap. We pretty much know we are. I also want to... Oh, that retard is actually going for it. Oh, oh yes, thank you, you retarded fuck. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Poland. Poland decides to commit suicide via Germany. Plan Z, let's see. Yes, this will give me the ability to research a carrier more cheaply, like a bare base crap carrier. And I want one of those. I kind of need one of those, actually. If I'm gonna be doing any kind of contesting of the naval situation, and I kind of need to if I want to, you know, get on Britain. So it's kind of a necessity. I kind of have to.
Befehle.
Listen, bud, do this. There we go. I mean, Italy probably won't declare us, right? And get me better guns. Starting production of the better stuff sooner rather than later is kind of good. Okay, so far so good, and that is gonna be proceeding. Okay. Less important. That is getting researched. Good. Engineers, the whole shebang. Gods, yes. And get switched on. Alright, good. So building up a store of artillery. Not quite ready for war. We're probably gonna end up starting a bit late. But we are gonna be beastly ready when we do, I think. Maybe.
Ihre Befehle.
Why don't you train up? Because you are gonna be the ones facing the French attempts to, you know, smacks in the face. Those don't matter. We need to consume Czechoslovakia for even more factories. We do not have level 3 radar yet, and we're not even researching it yet. We're gonna have to look into that. And this reaches kind of decentish distance. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, those go to the top of the list, right after radars, and let's build 10 more dockyards. This will hopefully give us some chance of competing, or at least be comparable. It should. We can't guarantee that it will, but it should. Luckily, the Allies are not going to have all their stuff over here. No. Land and anti-air. Yes. Just in case we need to build these, let's lock that in. Because putting some anti-air over all this at some point might make sense, you know?
Zuhören.
You are just about leaded up. Perfect. As it should be. And these are, I think, more or less what we want them to be. Yeah. So, 1 anti-tank, 5 infantry, and 3 artillery. Nice and brutal.
Befehle.
You've trained. Why don't you go for it next? We'll train them one at a time to hopefully manage the bleed of the equipment a bit better. Is there anything here that we want to build? Probably more of these for now. Just to make sure we keep pumping them out, honestly. Alright. That is good. That of course still gaining efficiency, but at least we have a good store of basic guns for... So there's not going to be a shortage of those when we upgrade. That's good. Let's consume them. Poland shouldn't be a problem, though we do have
Ihre Befehle?
a nice amount of shortage. And you know what, let's just train everyone. I want them at least... Let's just focus on getting them to regulars. Or trade, rather.
Angetreten?
Not regulars. So we have
Befehle?
a basic level of competence everywhere. You're good?
Bereit?
You are working on it. Good. Blitzkrieg is finished. Good, good, good. Kampfgruppe. And, not sure what to build next. Whether to actually go for support equipment or go for tanks first. Because having one full line of med tanks, it would provide us with just enough to have a few divisions by the time we have to kill the Soviets. You're not... douchebag.
Befehle!
Yeah, I have to kind of swoop on Danzig now rather than later, so...
Bereit?
That's what we're gonna do, and maybe we can go to war with the Soviets without ever going to war with the Allies first. Which is... that might be an idiotic idea. Taking out France early might kind of be a necessity. Yeah, and Italy's kind of reluctant to be our friend, which is not encouraging. Let's get recon. Let's keep researching the attaches, the attachments, the attachees, the whatevers. And maybe we don't need that much. Maybe we need just a smidgen. Partition with Hungary, sure. Hungary can be a decent point, right? And that's more or less exactly what we wanted. Or had. And once we kill... Alright, I need to reassert Eastern claims and then we can...
Befehle?
like, go on Danzig or something. No, but no. Just gonna... You know, we could just declare on this without bringing Hungary in, right? And that would actually put us in an interesting position, because then we can just, like, yeah, you know, just chill, you know, just...
Angetreten?
Right, you're actually there. Who the fuck is this?
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
You. Ah, the color assignment. Listen, you're yellow,
Befehle?
and you're gonna be red.
Achtung!
You're orange up there, being all
Alright.
orange and stuff. You're mostly gonna hold anyway, but
Bereit zum
just in
Ausrücken.
case that starts to matter, just, you know, have guns ready.
Bereit zum
Rommel,
Ausrücken.
you are essentially gonna be very cute about a great many things, not that they should ever matter. Okay, good. After those are constructed, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should give us a total of 10 factories working on tanks. Medium tanks too. Which should be making some kind of a dent in creating, you know, a panzer force. Meanwhile here, Poland on its own is a joke in terms of air force. Compared to us, even with as crappy as our air situation currently is, we should be able to overwhelm them. So we're just gonna make sure that we are kind of defended. We're gonna play semi-defensively. And we're gonna use our new fighter planes to just get a bunch of air experience by slaughtering their air force. That's the dream. And yeah, so another 100 or so days we go to war with Poland. Okay, that was radar too, which is good. Support these. Let's go for field hospitals. Wait, no, that wasn't radar, that was something else. Never mind, never mind, never mind. No template for med tank ones. They'll get over it. And you are up to 62 ships, which is very nice. One of those... Was one of those the carrier? No, I haven't set that to research yet, have I? I probably should soon. Because I do want to add like 4 carriers to this fleet to make this like a full-scale carrier group. And,
Bereit.
how are we on supplies? Like, how far behind we are? We're behind on support, which is kind of to be expected. That always seems to happen to me. I suck at that. Well, we have a lot of infantry, but... We'll go offense, I think. Because this is just gonna be an attack. Front seems to be focusing elsewhere right now. What about you? No faction and not willing to really join one. Not yet, anyway. Which is fine. That's fine. 2 tanks a week. Oh. This is bypassed if... Okay. Actually kind of good for me. It's, yeah, he's joined the faction. These fuckers done gave me a chance to start this bullshit early, which, I mean, theoretically maybe not good for me because I'm not fully supplied, but in practice, I'm running a cheese grater over Poland's face here, as you can see. Which, I mean, obviously this was gonna happen. This is no chance. Surely not. So, air. Oh look, we are shooting down planes, and they seem to have quite a few. Well, do we have more we can send in here? Actually, let's just be douches about this and send... We get bombed a little, that won't matter much. Just gonna send like 800 of ours in here to just slaughter their air force and get as much experience as we can. Okay, perfect. Okay, both of you have done extremely well. I'm gonna need you to hold the attacks here. You've done good, buds.
Achtung!
You are gonna actually expand your line till here.
Ihre Befehle.
And you, bud, are gonna do this, and your job is gonna be to drive to the Gulf of Finland, I believe it is. And by that I mean walk and shoot artillery shells towards. Because I want these little dudes to capitulate before I end the war. Because I want to annex them too. It's the dream. Really losing that many of our planes, mostly slaughtering theirs. Okay, so... this seems decent so far. mild amounts of resistance, but to be expected. Okay. What about losses? That's...
Zuhören.
Okay. It's rather a lot. Let's put pressure on them on all fronts then. They're gonna be problematic like this. Come on. I think we have some trouble holding in counterattacks with this composition. Could I have overdone it? On the... surely not. Do that. What else do I need? More guns? More support, honestly. Definitely that. And he declared on Lithuania, so they shouldn't surrender, right? Or rather, they shouldn't... Yeah, they won't surrender, I think, until Poland. Unless... Or rather, they won't surrender if just Poland surrenders. The war won't end. God damn it. So... we should be okay. Just press on through, will you? Alright. Looks good, looks good. Gonna push through these because that gives us more territory for essentially free, because the allies are little bitches about opposing us. And Poland kind of signed their own death warrants there. Okay, there goes Poland, and apparently Latvia and Riga get to survive this. Ouch. Well, at least I don't need to share. There we go. Nice and easy. So we should have 72 divisions here. Nice and spicy. So, Rundstedt, you know what you need to do. Dig in. Now, Italy, you're too late. You are much too late. Okay, so now we seem to have plenty of actual stuff. We are gonna put more into this. Because apparently we are still mildly behind on the anti-tank, and we need... I mean, we would catch up eventually, but I want to just make sure that we are actually caught up. And then we'll reshuffle a bit, a tiny bit later. So a tiny bit behind on oil. And there we go. That was nice and easy. Russia is gonna be a douchebag whenever they attack. We know this. So why don't we make it easy for them to kill themselves on our artillery? And make sure that any attempt to, you know, actually punch through is gonna be a exercise in bloody futility. And since I expect them to actually take those Baltic states there, we'll consider extending the line to them. We're still in the thing, and we have a truce, so yeah, you're gonna end up going to the Soviets. So that being the case, let's make sure that this is properly reinforced, and let's make sure there's actual divisions on this place for when this inevitably gets annexed. Okay, good. Leaves us with 48 divisions that aren't assigned currently. Ignore the infrastructure repairs, start working on these. Signals, still a few years ahead. What about the Focke-Wulfs? Not ahead. start working on those. We do want a good fighter plane at all times. And 3 should be sufficient fortification. We might go up to 4, but 3 should be sufficient. And as far as this is concerned, well... motorized, 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 of course. And we're gonna go to medium tanks here. And screw that, we want signals, we want logistics, and we want maintenance instead of hospitals for these. And these are to be considered elite units. So, let's start working on 6 of these. It's pretty ambitious given our current state of tank supplies, but it's the bare minimum of what I want to have. So, let's get that. And how are we on these? Well, once we get Yugoslavia annexed, that will help a ways. That will help a ways. That is going, that's good. And yeah, let's take a look at Yugoslavia. Plenty of trucks for now. Nice and good. This is still building up efficiency. We're not producing that many. Running out of basic guns would be very bad, obviously. We should be avoiding that if possible. Let's get rid of those. What do we currently have? About 1,000 BF-109s. And we'll be able to probably upgrade the engines right away for agility, because you can upgrade engines without decreasing your reliability on planes, so you don't lose them to accidents and the like. So that's kind of good. And they give you, you know, combat and speed and, you know, good things. So we're gonna go for that. You know, why don't we start with 4? That's might be more reasonable. This way we should have enough in 180 days for 4 divisions. Alright. That's reasonable-ish. Actually, since we are making these and we're not researching better ones, why don't we make them like super reliable? That way they're gonna have like reliability through the roof, and we're not gonna lose a bunch of them to the mud in Russia once we fight them. And we will eventually fight them. This land is covered, right? It's not very thick, but it is covered. So that's good. That's good, that's good, that's good. Shortages are slowly getting fixed. Yeah, no puppet states. They always end up getting boned. And where do we go to war with this? I can't actually go past this now. Oh, that is beyond. Okay, let's get the anti-Comintern pact. And let's make sure that that is set up, shall we? And we have a few extra factories, and we actually have an excess of anti-tank. By about 100, mind you, but it's still an excess. Okay, we have a few factories left over. If we want to have reasonable support for peeps, we're gonna need planes, right? So we should try and build at least a few. Actually, yeah, we're gonna devote at least 4 of those factories to carrier versions of stuff. I'll get started on that. Let's go for tier 2 ones, I guess. Even though it's longer research. And, well, more of these is good, good, good. This is still self-repairing, so probably gonna let the factories finish repairing those. But our defensive line is looking reasonably good here. We're, you know, actually kind of fortified now. Not a huge amount, but some. Enough. Enough. Okay. Let's take a look. That seems good. I could coastal fort, I guess, but I don't see much of a point. Having a good base here might be worth, just for fleet operations and repairing ships. Okay, let's see. Better infantry stuff. Better radar, that can wait, but we have better machine tools. We need research. Oh, we are gonna be fighting the Soviets, so radar north, radar south, I guess. And that definitely seems to be a thing. Alright, that should be good, and Zog submitted to Italy. Italy, hey, you want to be friends? I have a feeling Italy might decide to kill me. At this rate. And so that Italy can't just kill me, let's just make sure we are training an extra army for... Oh shit. Let's go for that. Let's make sure that Japan is getting locked in, eh? And we are gonna want to start actually research this before you do that, actually, because we've waited way long on that already. Let's have a let's have an actual carrier. So you and well, how much engine can we give you? 5? What about reliability? Ah, extra reliability as well. There we go. Better fighters. And we are way low on oil now. Sweet. Exactly what we want, to be low on bloody oil. Alright. So far so good. I mean, we're not at war yet, but so far so good. I mean, if the Allies let me take out the Soviets without interference, that's kind of gonna fuck them over pretty hardcore, right? It's not just me that's gonna be screwed if we don't go to war, right? Surely. Support equipment is the biggest trouble, and we want to research better anti-tank at this point, I think. So many things we kind of need to research. But that is more or less always the case, isn't it? We have tanks. Not great. Not great, but we have some. So that's good. And they're pretty... Yeah, join the faction Bulgaria. Okay. Do we care? What about this do we care about? Well, let's go with this. Make sure that bad weather affects us less. So Alliance with Italy is here. Let's get our war goal. I think it's time we went for that. Other than that, better anti-tank, certainly. Not gonna research that, there are more important priorities, but okay, let's do it like this. And I want 4 of these to be given to the Kriegsmarine. Like so. And as soon as we have naval versions of these planes, we are gonna be working on that as well. And if things don't go horribly wrong here, we're gonna just send this army over to strengthen the Russia front. Just fighting against us. War with Germany. Yeah, it's fucking on. It is so on. It is so very much on. Poland committed suicide, so now there's not much reason not for us to not kill each other.
Befehle!
Well, actually, you know, thanks. We're gonna give this to the dude who's good at supplying them. And we're gonna, I don't know, like focus them there or something. We could convert our existing tanks to the slightly more reliable versions, but honestly, it's not worth. It's really not. Okay, that looks good. Better stuff there. Let's get started on that. And yeah, I mean, here the plan is to just take it on the chin and let these fuckers kill themselves. That really is the dream, because we have preemptively built up some stuff. So, why don't we build basic things for that, and why don't we improve our air bases if this goes long enough as well. And meanwhile, well, Eastern Poland, where do we want to launch from? This is good enough. And in the Baltics, we'll launch like 400 fighters, that ought to be sufficient. And we should have radar coverage as well, right? We do. Reasonable coverage. And other than that, well, we do have some tank bombers, so we're just gonna create a wing with a max limit of 600. We're not gonna get 600, obviously, but you know. And that is grossly incapable of supporting quite that many fighters. Okay, let's see if we can upgrade that sufficiently. Until we can, we're gonna limit this to 400 at most, because we should be able to at least complete one level. Yes, you may join the faction, sure. And start working on the naval version. Meanwhile. Well now. Let's start working on some carrier fighters, because we are gonna need a supply when that thing rolls off the assembly line, or out of the dockyard, or whatever. Here we go. War! Much war, such wow. Yeah, I don't want to give Italy anything. Okay, that's been deployed. How are we on? You don't have enough, but why don't we work on 2 for now? Make sure those are fully filled out, and then we can, you know, like, add more. And here, yeah, just AA. Make it hard for them to screw with us. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I have a feeling Italy might get slaughtered there. Because they're gonna attack. They're gonna bloody attack. It's gonna be a whole mess of Italy just suiciding horribly. This is the Soviets, yes.
Angetreten?
Yeah. I'm just gonna let them launch their bloody attack. Oh, you have freaking fortifications as well, honey. Well, now. This should be fun. So, how much manpower do we think you have? Oh, like 14 million. We don't really mind now, do we, children? Oh, Mongolia joins in. Okay, first day of the war. 2000 versus 35. And the Soviets make it possible for you to win a war of attrition versus them. Now that is just sexy. We're actually not gonna put that many planes on here. But we're gonna put up a few to make sure that bombers are interfered with. I actually don't care about their superiority. What I care about is bomber interception. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bomber intercept. And make them, well, sad when they try to do that. Sure, join the faction. And what about here? You should have some fighters of your own, but you're bloody Italy, so of course you can. In case that ends up mattering, we'll queue one up for there. Oh, hi, British. How's it going? Yeah, things are going well. The Soviets decide to declare war on us. Haven't had a war with allies yet. They're just kind of dug in. Gonna let the Soviet youth destroy themselves on my defensive line. Let my allies suicide stupidly. The usual. And just get better anti-tank. Just in case they roll out some of these T whatever they are. Not particularly, no. Vaguely, I think I remember you stopping by, but I'm kind of drawing a blank. Sorry. It's probably been a while. Okay, how are we doing on the airplanes? Proceeding. How are we doing on the carrier? Proceeding. Slowly. Very slowly. Yeah, this fucker's not really attacking other than the initial thing. It's rather rude of him, don't you think? He should be smashing himself to pieces. Hippophilacus, yes, that is definitely drawing a bit of recognition. I think you were around when we were playing and streaming French communists? If I recall. Maybe? I think you were around then if you were under that name. Kind of, maybe. Okay, so you're trying to bomb my stuff. Asshole that you are. Okay, here we go. Now they're attacking. Are we being invaded? Are we in danger? We shouldn't be. Yeah, we can pierce their tanks. Let's see. So 4,000 lost versus 110. What about equipment? Oh, sweet mother. Oh, this is gonna be beautiful, isn't it? This is just gonna be special. Let me just leave these 18 divisions here, just in case they try to flank me through the Baltics, because we really don't need that shit. And as soon as we have even one carrier, we are one carrier with proper planes, mind you. We're gonna look into making bad things happen to their Baltic Navy. I don't want to lose my ships in a pointless slaughter without having the advantage of, you know, fighters and bombers and carrier operations. Yeah, just exhaust your equipment reserve, you maniac. And United Kingdom just declared on Norway. What the actual fuck, Churchill? Seriously? Oh yeah, we're not gonna fight the Nazis. We need to invade Norway. Those Norwegians. Norway. Wow. It's harsh. It's just harsh. No, seriously, dude, if you could like fuck off, that'd be great. Yeah, the Italian kind of getting creamed here a bit in the south. This tip here, this is it's mildly bad. Build more forts, please. Don't get trolled. I'd really like to not get trolled. Thank you very much. Yeah, this little dip, way too many people in there. So, you know, let's just hold here. Just get down there. Just bring the tanks. Hopefully, maybe we can hold. Not really losing any. Just gonna start befriending the Netherlands. If we could turn those to Nazis, that would be good. I mean, surely you're not gonna punch through, right? Also, how are we doing on equipment now? We can probably hope for 5-to-1 exchange on equipment, which is still goddamn good, mind you. Let the Soviets exhaust themselves, it's gonna be fine. Infantry? I don't think these count as infantry divisions. No? I mean, they're... Oh, for fuck's sake! That is... I blame Italy. I blame Italy for this.
Weiter, weiter!
Why aren't you freaking down here yet? Okay. You here. Get out. Okay, good, you are out. Now go south. We need those 4 divisions there to either retake this or bottle it up again, because we can't have that crap. That is a bad thing. A very bad thing. We can't have that shit. We also need to go up to extensive conscription, because this might turn into a war movement, which is very, 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 very bad.
Greif weiter an.
Because we are planning to, you know, exhaust these idiots. They've lost. I'm confident that by the end of July they'll have lost in excess of 1 million men with this latest offensive.
Angetreten.
Dude! Do you really have to travel along the front line and get into trouble? Seriously. No, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I don't care. It's fine. We will just reinforce the front line here. Fuck the Soviets. It's gonna be fine. Alright. Good. What's the state of those defenses? Decent. No significant damage, just surface stuff, mostly. Okay. And you're on superiority. Just switch to bomber hunting. I don't really care about superiority here. And more attacks. How much equipment do you reckon the Soviets have? If we drain 100,000 guns, that should put them in the negatives, right? That in there. Actually, we have the carrier naval bombers now, so let's start producing those. There we go, and just devote our factories to maintaining our fortifications and the like for now. Right now I'm playing against AI. Haven't had much opportunity to play against players, but I can try and organize that sometime. I know at least one guy that has the game in my little circle that would be willing to play. We did a short thing with him a while back where we played co-op with me trying to teach him a little bit of the game, him playing as France and me playing as Britain. Kind of had to go in and rescue him, but you know, I don't know, he might have been playing since then on his own. Not sure if he's, you know, in a position to play a PvP-oriented game, but we could certainly play co-op at the very least. But yeah, this is me trying to fuck over the Soviets and letting them do stupid things like, you know, launching a winter campaign into Germany or Eastern Poland. Or trying to. And failing. So, dumbass. How's that war treating ya? Losing a bit of stuff. I've attritioned away a lot of artillery in the north. Actually want, in this order, more. Just more. All of the things, honestly, but not yet time for those. Let's get better infantry equipment. How's your skill, bud? Going up. What about special traits? Not really. We're getting raided. By the Soviets. By the bloody Soviets. Are you doing anything naughty? Lessons of war. Ouch. We don't have a full set of fighter. Well, we don't have a full set of bombers here. We can't really start patrolling here just yet, but soon, very soon, hopefully. Well, hello. Apparently they have planes up here. And this hasn't gotten stronger. Well, crap, son. Let's launch the reserve crap and see if we can shred any of this stuff. And there we go. Should be good. How's our situation on anti-tank? Dare I switch? Oh yeah, we have plenty of reserves. Let's switch. Good, good, good. Advanced machine tools. Perfect. Assembly line production. Let's... and Italy wants to start a... Idiot! Fucking idiot! Why would you declare on freaking Greece? Why? God damn you, why? Fuck's sake. God damn it, Italy. The retard is strong in this one. And we don't have enough tungsten for tanks, which is... Apparently we don't have enough influence with Portugal, actually, which is... worrying. What can I can get more steel and more aluminum by upping my production, but that's about it, so... Yeah, that land doctrine thing is gonna get wasted, but one of those anyway, but... I mean, I could switch this and research something else like Panzer IVs, and then switch back once I have the bonus. Let's do that. Nearly 2 mil lost. What about enemy equipment? Quite a bit. What do you feel about the counterattack, buddy? Ready to whoop a bitch? Mildly. I mean, this is much. We could try and drive them back. Might even work. I think it's a bit too early. Just a bit. Maybe. Hard to tell. How are you on... Actually, something I need to do. Reinforcements are highest priority here. Just to ensure that the equipment first of all goes to the field and then to new stuff. I should actually... yeah, I'm not gonna use artillery for this. I did not remember to get the bloody militias. Okay. Or military police. Okay, let's say 172 divisions of ponies for behind the lines action, essentially. You're still building up the plane thing because of... Why? Because our efficiency sucks. That's why. Wow. Well, fuck you too then. Portugal. Fuck you too. Okay. Let's reset that. And I think it might be time to actually upgrade our fighters yet again. Since we're about to be fighting in Russia, let's make the B variants have longer range. You know what? Given the fact that our dear allies are trying to counterattack, etc., let's roll in with some tanks and see if we can make some things happen here. Eh? There we go. Retake that. Perfect. Also eat shit, Russians. There we go. That I mean Soviets, of course. I'm not sure we want to necessarily advance into them. But it is the April of 41 and... Okay, I think we've waited long enough. Let's start patrolling this and try and make sure that this is under our proper control. We killed a couple of submarines there. What about this? Oh, that's more submarines killed. Nice! Okay. Apparently Japan is doing something in the Far East. They've lost 60,000 stuffs. It's a lot of stuffs. It's actually a fair amount of stuffs. We might want to... I mean, we could try and do something like this. Just a tiny prod with the tanks, see what happens. Probably not gonna be enough. We're gonna need a lot more manpower on this to actually punch through. That's Montenegro, right? Right. Do I want to give them fighter aid? Or any kind of air aid? Let's give them the crappiest of the crap. Since it's technically something and they might appreciate having that. It's apparently enough to give me superiority too. Huh. Gross. But okay. And they have one sub left in the... or apparently no subs. Apparently that one carrier did the work. Did the work. We have enough tank bombers currently to satisfy our desires. That is excellent. Yeah, I think it's time we started pushing. So, Rundstedt, let's see if you can, you know, do something here. Okay. We're not gonna put him on reckless advance because that's mildly insane, even though it would give us a lot of juicy surrounds most likely. What we want though... Ah. Well, never mind. That's serendipity right there. Just mild completely and looked for mountain infantry and naval doctrine. Naval doctrine might actually be good. Okay, you are joining this, so dump those 2 armor units out and send them on. That's the Panzer IV, good, and Greece got cucked. Good. Good. Okay. It's another sub slaughtered. Perfect. And another one. And another one apparently. Subs everywhere. Dying horribly. Excellent. Let's befriend a Norway that is probably kind of dead now. Oh look, random forts, but it's not a line of fortifications really, so much as, you know, random forts and... Are you getting Panzer Leader? A little bit. Norway got popped. Well... crap. That's saddening. Okay, you. Reliability. And speed. Let's make a faster, more mobile tank. And start producing it. Meanwhile, stuff. Panthers way ahead of time. You still a tiny bit ahead. Give me better support. Not so worried about them trying to flank through the Baltics anymore, since we, you know, carved out their... Carved out... Or, well, not carved out anything yet. That's premature to say, but, you know, made a start.
Ihre Befehle?
Whole divisions. We've advanced enough, I think. Got a tiny bit of... against... Yeah, that's fine. How are you doing, Japan? They've pushed out a little bit, not a lot, a little bit, and they're trying to counterattack. And they're failing, because the artillery is king. We're losing a lot of artillery, though, to attrition. Not necessarily to actual stuff. I mean, we do have logistics, but even so, it hurts. It's probably not gonna get built fast enough, but I can dream, right? Honestly, I should be focusing on repairing existing ones. So... yeah, that's probably it. We go through, they blow up bridges, we blow up some bridges, everything goes to crap. And, you know, horrible things happen to us. Because the game thinks we don't deserve nice things. But the game is wrong, because we do deserve nice things. Let us set ourselves up for some air bullshit. For fuck's sake. Okay, fine, I'll edit it from here. Jesus Christ, game. Fuck's sake. Okay, so, let's, add some bombers to the mix. Just move everything forward, including the planes. What do you mean? In much larger scale. You mean pushing forward, pushing back? Or slaughtering their front lines, or what? I need some context, Jay. Well, troops, yes, obviously you're referring to troops. But, I mean, generally, you can... well, if you're fortified enough, at some point they start running into supply problems when they try to bring more troops to bear on you, so... if you have good enough forts and good enough armies, then yeah, you can generally hold out. You know, defensive helps. Good engineering companies help a lot. And forts help a lot, except that, you know, they're not mobile, you can't move forward and dig in. But if you're just holding an in-place position, oh boy! Like, we weakened them now and we don't even need the forts anymore to hold them. They're just bashing themselves to pieces on this, as you can see. And we are gonna move those 18 divisions to the main line. I mean, obviously they are making some progress somewhere. Some battles aren't going excellent, you know, but they're going. Actually, no, still to Kurt. How are you on that Panzer leader? Not very, are you? Not very. Okay, that's Norway and befriends Sweden. I mean, That's the thing, they haven't even run out, really. I mean, look at this. They've lost 5.5 million, and they still have another 7 at least. And, you know, it's the equipment more than anything. Equipment shortages that kind of destroy them. Which is what I'm kind of playing for. I'm trying to weaken the actual strength of the divisions on their front lines, and you can do that more easily with Soviets at least, by draining their equipment than you could ever by draining their manpower. That's the thing. Okay. That's the ponies. That's good. Not necessarily excellent, but good. Maybe... how close are we to this? Start researching better. Actually not better engineers. I want better logistics first. Because we kind of need those worse. And, let's... Actually, no. Hold. I have a better idea. A more brutal idea. We're gonna take the tanks up here. Because there's a lot of stuff right here, and we can smash through south and east. Ooh, boy, is that gonna get spicy. So we're gonna be pushing in a second to hold them, but we're gonna be trying to pull a fast one with the tanks. No, not you, you can chill. So, if we were to, I don't know, do this, for example, and try and encircle that little pocket of doomed fools, we could bite off a lot of divisions, leaving them a lot less with which to actually hold. Hospitals, thank you. Yeah. Okay, now ignore these, and your job is to crush in on this now. Yeah. All of you. Just punch through here. I want to see stuff fleeing, man. Oh, there we go. Just don't let them reconnect. This is so good. Better guns are better guns. And you just, yeah, smash through. Oh, there we go. Now that is at least a full army obliterated, if not army and a half. So that is a lot of stuff just outright removed, so their front got significantly thinner there. And now we can just chill for a second and think about how we want to continue this. Here though, we do want to crush in and destroy this pocket as well. Yes, I am. Most of my stuff is 3 artillery, 1 tank, and 5 infantry. So very, very heavy in favor of guns, but technically still infantry. Coupled with just plain excellent support stuff. Okay, you've been deployed. Go here, we have 8 panzer divisions now. Which is decent. It's enough to form, you know, a fist to slam the enemy with, and we are up to 2 carriers here. Oh yeah. Apparently we do on occasion lose a destroyer or something, but that'll be fine. Okay, overall, how does this look? This looks like overcommitment to me. Let's lower that to 100. Okay, so any spicy opportunities I want to go for? Generally not. Unless I want to punch in like this. This could create something, maybe, if we did good on that. And since I thinned out their line a bit, I can afford to stretch mine a bit. What are we trap on right now? Actually anti-tank is, and artillery. We definitely don't want to run out on artillery. Or on anti-tank. Okay, stuff. Probably won't be built quickly enough to matter, but might as well. That, good.
Ihre Befehle?
And yes, good.
Achtung!
Now as soon as you are up to, oh yeah, you're all for it, buddy. Well, show them a panzer division then. Show them what the panzer divisions can actually do. Okay, just a mild localized attack. And our planes have been doing good, so I think it's time to have even more range on them. And have the C variant. There we go. Okay. How you doing, tanks? There's a lot of units in there. I could try and make that into an encirclement. Yes. Yes. Or I could just try and push. I mean, it's November 41. I kind of should start actually really pushing, you know? I've wounded them enough. I should go for the kill and actually try and, you know, end them. Because I think I probably can. Better stuff, of course. Armor genius. Have enough troops for now. Okay, Mongolia has capitulated. Well done, Japan. They're certainly suffering in the east. 7 mil lost to 200,000 on my side. Looks good. And now we're getting certain occupational problems, which was to be expected, and I have my ponies right here, ready to roll out. So this was about where the front line was. So start just holding that. Just kill the resistance there with ponies. Now you are doing how well? Well? Okay. Well, we have carved out a rather nice piece here. It might make sense to just drive north towards Leningrad and the Finnish border with the tanks. Let the infantry come behind to close that up. And you know what? You may go nuts. Oh yes. Now it gets fun. Kill. This should be a pretty nice encirclement, if I do say so myself. There we go. Now it all falls apart. Don't it so it's... And I should start justifying on France. Yeah, that's good enough. And the Netherlands immediately joined allies. You pieces of shit!
Ihre Befehle.
I have no words. Okay, chill. Chill, you've done good enough, you've gotten through. They're all dead now. They are all utterly boned. There is no word for how boned they are, not even in German.
Ihre Befehle?
Not much along there. Yeah. Dead. So dead. Let's, just get that. Yeah, give me engineers. Engineers are always good. And I'm gonna need better naval invasion stuff. Pretty damn soon, I would say. Okay, listen, you bud, here, you here. You three, here. This needs to be crushed, yo. Follow Leningrad. Yes. Yes, we are at war with the,
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Yeah. That's mildly accurate, Jay. Mildly accurate. Okay, so how are we doing on this? Let's make sure we're producing. Well, actually, do it like this and use a single line for those. And then we're gonna need more tungsten, yo. And then we're gonna have like areas where we have like resistance and shit. So, probably not for long because I don't think this war is gonna be going much longer. They are wrecked, yo. It's all over, son. They're not coming back from this, right? Of course, I've committed myself to decking France, and Italy has like no defenses there. They freaking don't, because they're bloody Italians. I'm gonna have to hold the mountains for them. Which means ouch. It just means ouch for me. Lots of ouch. Because I don't have stuff over there sufficient to hold that for them. How close are you to surrender? How long does this last? 20th of March. I have enough time to make this work. This army is gonna be very green when I put it in the mountains, but I can't put it in the mountains. Meanwhile, you, well, strategic move down here. We're gonna take you through Crimea. And yeah, it's starting to smell like burnt Soviet in here. Very much so. Tanks. Panzer 4As. Well, no. I had a bit of gun, you know. Yeah, so let's start adding a bit of gun to these, eh?
Befehle.
You're riding, right? Right. Good. Good. So, you've gotten all the things, that's good. Are we out of supplies on anything? Yes, anti-tank and artillery, which is not good. But it's not horrible. Just, yeah, you know, a few more of those. Yes. How is the Navy? 85. It's respectable. Okay, you are here. You need to be here. Go there. Kill anything in your way. Sevastopol has fallen. Good, good, good. Yes, yes. Burn, fucker, burn. Well, that is just rude. They're actually trying to hold me. With this bullshit, no less.
Angetreten.
Okay, so it seems like you're not gonna be getting through that easily. I'm gonna loan you some ponies, because those will, strangely enough, have possibly a better chance, because they're gonna take fewer penalties from the naval bullshit. I think. Not that the infantry can necessarily pierce these, but... you know, stuff. And you know what, let's raise some planes over here. Make sure that things are as they should be. You move forward, go here. You move forward, go here. Go to Kuban. So I can help with that. And here we're just essentially, you know, working hard to repair everything. And that is not going through.
Befehle.
That is not going through at all.
Weiter, weiter.
Well, if they're gonna hold there, then we could just go like this and go around. Let the Italians hold that spot. Oh, Logistics Companies 3, ain't that lovely? Recon 3, please.
Achtung!
And just go nuts as soon as you're on the spot. Okay, so Moscow. How is that going? That should be fine. We've nearly collapsed their will to fight. And at this point... huh. What do we want to do? Let's go with repair, since we're doing a lot of that, eh? And... oh, I think that's them actually capitulating. Yep. Oh, we captured some guns, ain't that lovely? Weapons 1, and those are like weapons 2. Italy apparently deserves a third of the credit? Or more? Since when? I fucking murdered them, and Italy is gonna get stuff? I'm gonna dismantle this faction, turn this bloody car around and kill them for this. So help me. I fucking fought for this, and you feed me this crap? Really? Okay, we need to block Japan's advance here, else they're gonna take a lot of things that really shouldn't be theirs. Like, you know, just enough to block them over. Yeah. And that stuff, that's mine. Fuck off. All of this is mine. It's greedy assholes. Apparently they deserve credit because a lot of their people died. Well, they're idiots. No, they don't deserve credit. Mussolini. This calls for an extreme fucking of Italy when the time comes. Surely we can arrange it somehow. Hey, did you fuck off? Yes, you did, Japan. So can I, like, take all of the remaining things? No. Most of them, though. There we go. Wait's meant to look. There we go. We still have this, right? 20th. Oh, hello.
Befehle!
So, now for the dividing of the ponies. I'm gonna put like 18 on holding the Black Sea. Yay, here. I don't want you to hold coastline, I want you to hold actual ports.
Befehle!
Okay, good. At least probably got some of that at least. But
Bereit zum Ausrücken!
how about we send like
Ihre
4
Befehle!
to here, just to make sure that all of this is properly garrisoned. Maybe not the Italian parts, but at least ours, you know? Okay, that brings us to 11 ponies needed. It's reasonable.
Ihre Befehle!
And we're gonna send 9 up
Befehle!
to hold here. It's unlikely the allies are gonna actually invade over there, but just in case they're like retarded or something, we're gonna put ponies on that. And we're gonna be putting some of our second tier generals on those.
Bereit zum Ausrücken!
So, you know,
Zuhören! Zuhören!
3 random ponies. Where do we put 3 random ponies? Well, that's a question for the ages. Not you, because you are holding this and you need the most.
Ihre
I'm gonna
Befehle!
just move these over to a garrison
Ihre
theater.
Befehle!
And then the most responsible of ponies. The ponies that guarded the shores of Germany. Behind the safe protection of actual, you know, navies. And here, who do we pick? Don't want fort attack, that's kind of wasted there, but no like a level 4 general with no special skills is relatively reasonable. We could do that.
Befehle!
You're a pony general, fuck off, you're not wanted anymore. Wonder if they can get there in time. You have reconnaissance, what do you have? A lot of things that aren't Panzer Leader. So Guderian, you're up.
Angetreten!
Okay. Rommel, your job, should you choose to accept it, will be to obliterate the Netherlands, and we're gonna put a whole another army on here.
Achtung!
Because they so kindly provided us with the opportunity to kill the Soviets first. The idiots.
Bereit!
Dude, why are you being retarded? Half there, half there. There we go, like that.
Bereit zum
And who gets
Ausrücken!
this command? On Vikes,
Ihre Befehle?
why not? Do we need more on the west wall? Not really. Where do we need more? Really anywhere. We'll keep these as a reserve around, say, here-ish. We might send them to something like the Raj, if that comes up.
Befehle!
You're there, you're there,
Ihre Befehle!
and you are going to there. The war goal lasts till the 20th. Which means that they might not be in time. which is sad for Italy. We're actually happily floating in there, so they should be okay. Should actually disband my air units from way over in the east where they don't really matter that much. Leave the ones in the west because those do matter. Okay, so let us say that we want 400 flying over there, 400 over northern France, and another 400 over southern France. Can we swing that? Do we have enough? Barely. Ooh, the range on these. Okay, so let's say that we want 200 crappy bombers over southern France and a few hundred over northern France and a lot in the Benelux. Not that we have really good bombers at the moment, we don't. We have a tiny bit of crap ones, because that wasn't a priority for us. Which might need to change momentarily, but yeah, let's get the HOI4A. You know what? Eat shit. Just on general principle, eat shit. Okay. So you just do this and be ready to push in like this. You attack. If yes, all the wars. Thank you. I have a feeling we might be getting some boat action here. Yes, I know. It's all going horrible, sure. Actually, you know what? We can see if we can manage this to just punch through with our good field marshal. And then we can just go like this. And just put a fuckton on there. And you, I want you over on that side of the world. Thank you. Okay. That was a Norwegian boat. Interesting. Yeah, let us honor the heroes of the last war and all that. Okay, so we're building the last carrier of our current planned amount. So let's say we do more destroyers, and after that heavy cruisers with whatever capacity we have left. Other than that, what do we want to actually make? Well, a second line of medium tanks is good. What else are we short on? Not much. We might want a bit more anti-tank, because we went through that rather harsh. And if we're gonna motorize or mechanize, we're gonna need mechanized production. So I'm gonna earmark the remaining things for, well, mechanized. And beyond that, we're gonna want some more of these built. Okay, so how does this look? Horrendous. Wonderful. Because we are not actually fighting for air superiority over our own territory, we're fighting to kill bombers. Which is why we're gonna change that and see what happens when we do change that. And you as well. Still gonna get slaughtered a bit. They have a lot of planes to their name. Don't do that. Okay. They are trying to attack. You know... Right. It doesn't help that I'm fighting alone versus all the derps.
Befehle.
Inferior enemy, you say? I should go on reckless attack, you say? You know what? You're the man. Let's do it. Sweden joined the Allies. God damn it. I'm gonna keep this army that's training in reserve. For when I inevitably need it once something like Finland joins and I need to kill them. Horribly. Because I have a feeling that's coming. But our land forces are pretty well off. We do have loads of oil now, so that's not really a problem. Tungsten is, though. Don't think someone likes us being, you know, like, cute like that. Let's ask for some from Japan, they'll have some. And, you know what, the US away, why not? Okay, and you are over there. Listen, bud. There's like a thing you can do here. So we're gonna focus on that. Also, how are we on tanks? I think I can afford 2 more divisions here. So I'm gonna start them training, and we'll see how that goes. And you just try and punch on through, see if we can cut anything off here. Just try and punch through, cause there's a lot of Frenchies up north that are gonna get hurt. Yeah, and so much for the Maginot Line. It's not really helping. I guess we found the Swedish Navy. Well, fiddlesticks. Okay, first of all, go repair. No. Part of repair there do you not get. You're gonna be based out of Schleswig-Holstein for now. Belgium's gone. That is... That has left a few of them actually surrounded. Good. Or my tanks have. There we go. And let's get started. Let's get started on those mechanized. And yeah, let's... Well, as soon as these guns are done, I'm gonna research better naval invasion tech. Dude. I mean, on the other hand, drive south. Or actually go here, that's even better. And there goes Paris. I don't think that's quite enough. No, apparently not. Not quite enough. You think you can just walk on in there? They've actually abandoned it. Well, more Fool's Day. I'm gonna certainly take the invitation then, thank you. And apparently you aren't dead yet, officially Netherlands. Must be all that fascist I put into you, giving you a spine. Alright. That's, you know, more guns, more things, that's good. Alright, good. Even better weapons. Fuck, I forgot about those. But I need landing craft anyway. And now they're debating intervention in the Benelux. You know what, the Benelux is mine. I I feel like you might be a bit too late or something. I don't know why I get the feeling, but I just get this feeling that you're too late. Okay. As for you, go nuts. And here we might want better and more, essentially. Listen,
Angetreten.
yeah, you are on reckless. Good. Here we go. Bye, France. And almost no pockets either,
Befehle.
except here, which is a rather nice one actually.
Ihre Befehle.
But be that as it may, let's take a look at our ponies. You need how much to control the coastline here? If it was all the coastline. More than you currently have. Actually, yeah, slightly more than you currently have. What if we remove this and say that? Okay, 20 ponies
Bereit zum
should be
Ausrücken.
enough fish. Maybe there. That's reshuffling slightly. And then we're gonna need ponies for managing resistance anyway, so why don't we do 48 of those? Okay then. And yeah, that's a good start to a German campaign. I'm actually gonna wrap it up here. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll pick this up another evening and continue it then. I hope to see you then, and yeah, I'll wish you a night then.